Hi everybody, welcome to Math 1314, Chapter 3, Section 4, Homework. Solve the following equation. We have y squared over y plus 4 equals 16 over y plus 4. Remember, all along, we have fractions and equals. What do? First step, LCD. LCD in this case is the equation y plus 4. Step 2, multiply both sides by the LCD. So I multiply y plus 4 here, y plus 4 here. Reduce, y plus 4's cancel, y plus 4's cancel. So we're left with y squared equals 16. No parentheses, nothing to multiply. Solve. Y squared is 16, so square root both sides. Those cancel, so it's y equals plus or minus square root of 16 is 4. Now, this is very important. Since we came up with two answers, if we plug them back into the equation, what happens? Okay, so we put, let's say 4. So we have 4 squared, 4 plus 4 equals 16 over 4 plus 4. 4 squared is 16. 4 plus 4 is 8. Yep, so that works. Negative 4, so negative 4 squared over negative 4 plus 4. 16, negative 4 plus 4. 0. You cannot have 0 on the bottom. So we can't use negative 4. So the only answer we have, the solution of this one, is at 4. No, let me see, the solution set. Now, y cannot equal negative 4. So the set is, the answer is 4. Because we can't use negative 4. Same thing here. X plus 7 over x equals negative 8. We have fractions and equal sign, so LCD is x. Multiply LCD to each term. Reduce, so the x's cancel. So we have multiply, so x times x is x squared. Plus 7 equals negative 8x. Now 5 is solved. X squared plus 7 equals negative 8x. Has to be equal to 0, so we have to add 8x to both sides. So plus 8x plus 7. Let's see, so x and x, both the signs are the same, they're both positive. What times what is 7? When we add them, get 8? 7 and 1. So therefore, my solutions are negative 7 and negative 1. So it's negative 7, negative 1. Right, same logic down here. We have fractions, we have equal sign. But we have to factor out these denominators first. So see, we have 7 over y plus 6. That's a good hint because I'm thinking the same thing's going to be down here. Can we factor that? $216, what's that made up of? We know it's divisible by 3 because if you add up these numbers, it's divisible by 3. 3 goes into 21 7 times. 3 goes into 6 twice. 72 is 9 times 8. 2 times 4. So we see there are 3 sets here. So 3 times 2 is 6. It's y, not x. So we see that it's y plus 6. It's a sum of two cubes. So 216 is made up of 6 cubed. So it's y squared minus 2 times 3 is 6 plus 6 squared, which is 36. So this is what's going to go inside here. So since this can't go any further, it's going to be y squared minus 6y plus 36, which is what that is. This is larger than I thought. So where am I there? So 7y plus 6 plus 5y squared minus 6y plus 36. 756 over y cubed plus 216. We found out earlier that 216 is 2 times 2 times 2, 3 times 3 times 3, so it's 6 cubed. So this becomes 6 cubed. It's the sum of 2 cubes. A cubed plus b cubed equals a plus b, a squared minus ab plus b squared. That's the sum of 2 cubes. So this one factors out to being y plus 6, y squared minus 6y plus 36. You notice that's exactly what these guys are. So the LCD is y plus 6, y squared minus 6y plus 36. So multiply those to everybody. Times 7 over y plus 6. 5 times y plus 6. Y squared minus 6y plus 36. All over y squared minus 6y plus 36 equals 756 over times y plus 6, y squared minus 6y plus 36. Cancel. Get rid of the fractions. So So we're left with 7 times y squared minus 6y plus 36. 5 times y plus 6 equals 756. Distribute to get 7y squared. 7 times 6 is 42y. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 3 is 21. Times plus 4 is 25. 5 times y is 5y. 5 times 6 is 30. Equals 756. Combine like terms. We have 7y squared negative 42y plus 5. 42 is bigger, it's going to be negative. 42 minus 5 is 37y. Get rid of those. Add these two, because they're both the same. 252 plus 30 is positive 282. Equals 756. It's quadratic, so it has to be equal to 0, so we subtract 756 from both sides. So that's equal to 0. 7y squared minus 37y. 76 is bigger, so it's minus 756 minus 282. 15 minus 8 is 7. 6 minus 2 is 4, so it's 474. Now, you've got to try to factor that out. $37, 9 times 3 is 27. Nope. Okay, well then let's look at some easy number here. Let's look at the quadratic formula. A is 7, B is negative 37, 4 is 74. So negative b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So it's negative, b is negative 37, negative 37 squared minus 4 times 7 times negative 474. Wow, I really crammed that in there, didn't I? Over 2 times 7. Negative and negative is a positive, so it's 37. Plus or minus, yeah, for brevity purposes, I'm going to speed up with calculator here. So, negative 37 squared is 37 times 37, which is 1,369. Negative and negative is a positive. So 4 times 7 is 28 times 474. 13,272 over 14. 37 plus or minus . So we have, let's do it inside the parentheses. So we have 1,369 plus 13,272 equals 14,641. The square root of that, 14,641 equals 121 So we have 37 plus 121 over 14. 37 minus 121 over 14. 37 plus 121. 158 divided by 14. 11.285. 37 minus 121 equals negative 84. Divided by 14 equals negative 6. Let me see it again. 37 plus 121 equals 158 divided by 14. Yeah? Number 3. Wow. So, our two answers. Negative 6 and I don't know if we won't let us use decimals, then we have to look at, well, they're both divisible by 2. That's 7. 2 goes in 15 7 times. With 1 left over, 2 goes in 79 over 7. You know we can't use, because the bottom is y plus 6, if y is negative 6, and we add 6, it becomes 0, we get a 0 at the bottom. So we can't use that number. So the answer is 79 over 7. Wow, sorry I picked that one, ladies and gentlemen. So the only answer we have for number 3 is 79 over 7. I hope this one's much easier. 4x minus 5 equals 1. Solving for x, we have to get rid of the radical, so we square both sides. So we have 4x minus 5 equals 1. Add 5 to both sides. We got 4x equals 6. Divided by 4. X equals 3 over 2. Yes. Same thing here. Three minus x equals 21. Square both sides. You get 3 minus x is 441. Subtract 3 from both sides. You got negative x equals 438. Change the signs. So x is equal to negative 438. It has to, because the sign of x inside the radical is negative, so the answer has to be negative. So that's a good number. 4th root of x squared minus 5 equals 1. To get rid of this one, we have to raise it to the 4th power. So x squared minus 5, 1 to the 4th is 1. Add 5 to both sides, we get x squared equals 6. Square root both sides, we got x equals plus or minus square root of 6. So square root of 6, negative square root of 6. Number 7. Five plus radical x minus 5 equals 7. We have to isolate the radical first, so we have to get rid of 5. So we have radical x minus 5 equals 2. To get rid of the radical, we have to square both sides. So x minus 5 equals 4. Add 5, so x equals 9. Radical x plus 4 plus 2 equals x. Again, we have to isolate the radicals, so we subtract 2 from both sides. Radical x plus 4 equals x minus 2. This is one number. To get rid of the radical, we square both sides. So this means x minus 2 times x minus 2. So we have to FOIL it. X times x is x squared. Negative positive is negative 2x. Negative and positive negative, so it's negative 2x. Negative negative is a positive. 2 times 2 is 4. So x plus 4 equals x squared minus 4x plus 4. Since it's quadratic, it has to equal 0, so we subtract x from both sides, and we subtract 4 from both sides. So 0 equals x squared minus 4 minus 1 equals minus 5x. Positive and negative 4 cancel. So we have two terms and they're both x's. So let's factor out the x, leaving us with x minus 5. Set them both equal to 0. And solve. So our two answers are x equals 0 and x minus x equals 5. Let's see if it works. If we put in 0. So it's 0 plus 4 plus 2 equals 0. Square root of 4 plus 2 is 2 plus 2 is not equal to 0, so 0 is wrong. How about when x equals 5? 5 plus 4 plus 2 equals 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. Square root of 9 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5, so the answer is 5. You have to check your answers. Okay, x to the power 1/7 equals negative 2. Okay, remember, the exponent has to equal to 1, so since the denominator is 7, we have to raise both sides to 7, because these cancel, leaving with x equals negative 2 to the 7th. Negative 2, it's negative, the answer should be negative because it's odd, so we know it's negative. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32, times 2 is 64, times 2 is 128. So the answer is negative 128. Alright, now the last one. I might need a scratch paper for that one. Do I have? Yeah. The last one is 1 over p plus 1 over q equals 1 over a. Solve for p. Right now we can't do anything because everything's on the bottom. So how do we get rid of the fractions? LCD. In this case, the LCD is P times Q times A. Multiply the LCDs, so it's P times Q times A times 1 over P. PQA times 1 over Q. PQA times 1 over A. Reduce. Here the P cancels, the Q cancels, the A cancels. So we have QA times 1 plus PA times 1 PQ times 1. Multiply to remove the parentheses, so it's QA plus PA equals PQ. And now we solve. Remember, we're trying to get P by itself. So we have to get, since we have P's on both sides, we have to get all the P's on one side. So PQ minus PA. What do they both have in common? The P. If you take out the P's, you get Q minus A. We're trying to solve for P, so we have to get rid of this. They're multiplied. So the Q minus A is divided both sides. That cancels. We get P by itself. QA over Q minus A. That's your answer. All right, think of all the rules we talked about since day one. So it's QA over Q minus A. All right, I hope I didn't go too fast for you there. All right, we have one more section to go. Good luck.